Welcome to A Social Disease, a podcast for recapping and relating to Degrassi Jr High. I'm your host, Jessie Mack.
And I'm Carly Jo Gear, also a host.
This show is not for kids, as we have frank discussions about sex, drugs, and violence. Listener discretion advised. Welcome back, everyone.
Hey there.
Today we have back a special guest, Alyssa Todd.
Hello, everybody. Everybody out there in podcast world. Hello, Carly and Jessie.
Alyssa, this is not a visual medium. You must say hello.
But I
Just
don't
waving
want to.
casually.
Casually wave. Casually wave to Carly, who I've been talking to for 20 minutes. Hello, Carly.
Oh, okay.
So, you know what? You've been on here before, so we've already actually asked you our normal questions. Besides, we got a new question. We exchanged an old question because it kind of became a thing where we were thinking asking who you would have a crush on is a little weird. Like, I mean, intentional wise, it's not like, yeah, I got a crush on them, but it's like, who would you have had a crush on? But so we stopped asking that. So now the question is, who would you have hung out with in high school?
Who would I have hung out with? Well, I feel like the last time I was on was when you guys were still recapping the next class.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had watched all of those episodes, so I felt like I knew them a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I've been watching along with you guys with Junior High, and I'd never seen it before. So I've only seen these 7 episodes. So I don't really know like where things are going other than like what I know from spoilers from Next Generation. I feel like probably I would be hanging out with Caitlin because I was kind of like that nerdy girl who was like paying attention in school and definitely participating in like weird school activities, like hanging out in the dark room. And
like people called you a lesbian all the time.
I mean, that would be the one thing that didn't happen to me. But I also definitely had a crush on like the quote unquote bad boy. Like that was always my thing to be like, so like I definitely would have been like, yeah, give me some of that licorice. I would have been all about that.
Oh, Lord. Oh, by the way, happy Pride Month.
Woo!
Yes, happy Pride Month.
Turns out we recorded that last episode about the lesbian rumors and then released it on like day 2 of Pride Month.
Happy Pride, y'all.
I didn't acknowledge it because we had recorded it like 2 weeks earlier. So late happy Pride Month. Hopefully I'll get this released before the end of Pride Month.
They're going to be like, it's the fucking 4th of July. What are they talking about?
So yeah, I feel like Degrassi does a pretty good job at representation. So good show for Pride.
I mean, Degrassi as a whole, I mean, even in the 80s, I mean, they went there, you know? Like every time they hit a hard topic, it's like, oh damn, like oh they're going for it. Okay.
Oh, all right. So anything new going on with you, Carly?
Probably not. I mean, I don't know. A little more settled in my new apartment. Yeah, nothing really, to be quite honest. I wish I had more going on. But no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, God.
Pass.
Yeah. I actually saw live music for the first time since COVID the other day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we went to, my friend Aggie had a very low-key gathering for her birthday. And it was like, you know, very few people, everyone's vaccinated, it's outside, yada, yada. And so some dudes played, one was playing the accordion.
Yep, like you do.
It was actually really good. And then Aggie freestyled for a little while. And I am sitting there like, this is amazing. I have missed live music so much. Like, everyone please get vaccinated so I can do this more. I am so sick of not seeing live music and going to karaoke. Although, you know, how the hell are we going to do karaoke from here on out?
I last week went to a comedy event that was outside in the park here in town. And it was like a stand-up thing. They had a class, and it's like all these people who had never done any sort of like stand up or spoken word before, so it was their like first time doing that. And what they did was everybody had their own foam thingy that went on the microphone. So like you would bring your own foam thingy, and I think like that the person that coordinated the event, because there were like 7 people that were speaking, like just brought them all, but everybody brought their own foam thingy up and stuck it on the microphone when they were talking, and then when they were done talking, they took their foam thingy.
BYO foam thingy.
I mean, I'll do it.
Yeah.
like, I want to sing karaoke again, and that's easier than bringing your own mic. So
true. I'm just gonna show up with like a colander and be like, "This works, right?"
Yeah.
So I was like, "Saran wrap won't work. You can't sing through Saran wrap."
Right. Oh, that'd be weird.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I don't know. It feels good for some things to be getting slightly back to normal. I know that wasn't a big, normal type of show, a big event, but like even just being there, seeing live music, I'm like, oh, finally. Like that's been something I've really been missing, because I normally go to like lots of shows, like locally, mostly, like because bars and like there's a couple small venues around here that I'll go at least twice a month, if not more, depending on how many shows there are. And like, it's just been a huge thing missing from my life. So it was nice.
I bought Pat and I tickets to see John Mulaney, which is not music, but in August, he's doing shows in Boston.
Nice.
So I bought us tickets to that. I'm really excited. Like all of a sudden, all these bands and comedians and stuff are announcing shows, and now I'm like, I don't have enough money.
Right.
So actually, I might go see the Toadies with Alio, who Alio is one of our good friends forever. I might go see the Toadies with her in October. I was like, they're coming around. I was like, play it by ear. Like, we'll see what's going on with COVID. Like, if it's really going down. Because I'm still like, I'm vaccinated, but I'm still kind of like, but I don't want to be around unvaccinated, maskless people.
That's the thing, is like, how are we to know?
Exactly. Like, it's like, I don't even want to risk, I don't want to introduce, like, I know I wouldn't get sick, like really sick or anything. It's not a huge risk to me, but I don't even want it in my system. Keep it away from me,
From what I understand, I think Chicago, as of tomorrow, is like, masks off if you want. But like, there have been businesses that have the signs up, like I think like Starbucks or whatever, like the big corporations, they're like, if you're vaccinated, it's cool. You don't have to wear a mask.
But they can't.
But like, I would say like still 95% of people are still wearing masks all over the place. And I think because Chicago is so liberal, nobody wants to be confused with a Republican. So they're all like, I'm just going to keep wearing this just so everyone knows I believe in science.
Right.
No need to confuse this.
Yeah, they're starting. I've been at the grocery stores and they're allowing you to not wear masks, but it's a thing where they realistically cannot.
Right.
It's either all or nothing. Because even if they somehow figured out a way to prove you were vaccinated or not, because like no one's carrying their card around.
I mean, I carry mine around.
Mine's in my backpack, but okay.
Stand at the door and like check.
Yeah,
like,
they're not going to
a card checker at the front door. Like that's not really realistic.
Right. They're not card checking at Target. Exactly. No.
But also, you could go to the door and be like, sorry, I'm not vaxxed. Like, I'll keep my mask on. The second you're out of sight,
just like,
mask comes off. They don't know. So there's no way for them to enforce only unvaccinated people wear.
And what's interesting is that I have not been out to like a club or like a bar scene, but my friend Lyndon has been going back to like the gay clubs, and they are checking your vax cards.
Damn.
And they're not letting you in unless you're fully vaccinated, because then once they know everybody in there is vaccinated, I mean, it's a gay Paris all over again. It's like there's no social distancing. Everybody, like you can go give a blowy in the bathroom if you want. Like, you know what I mean? Masks off. We are all vaxxed up in here.
Maybe they need a stamp. Like for businesses, you showed your card, like, stamp or something.
I don't. Because I obviously have not been to the club yet, but I could ask Lyndon if that's what they're doing. But also, if they're only letting you in if you have proof of vaccination.
Right. In that case, it's irrelevant. But like at the grocery store,
right,
where they have to let you in, maybe give them a stamp.
I like this idea of like weak heart hard, but we're talking about like a vaccine.
How about this? If you're not vaccinated and you go to the grocery store, they put a big L on your forehead for loser.
Oh, that's right. Shame them into vaccination.
So, I mean, I you know, if you are immune compromised or a child, or there's lots of reasons to not be vaxxed, but if you're just being a douche about it, then no sympathy here.
Yeah. And
that's coming from someone who had really bad side effects from the vaccination. Like, I was in bed.
The second one fucked me up. Mm-hmm.
But still better than, you know, being on a ventilator or dying or having a permanent disability. So
I'll take it. Yeah, we were calling it baby coronavirus when I wasn't feeling well the day after.
Yeah.
I was just like laying in bed and Eric's like, oh, you have baby coronavirus. And I was like,
Corona light.
Don't like it.
Yeah, it sucked a lot. I'm not going to lie. It was fucking awful.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
I want to be able to see people again. I haven't seen my mom or my nephew in like a year, you know.
Your mom is vaccinated, right?
Yeah.
I was like, your mom's not anti-vax, right?
No.
Just want to make sure they weren't thrown under the bus on the podcast here, but okay, good.
You know, my mom is vaxxed. She got it like as soon as possible. She wasn't fucking around, so.
Good.
All right, Carly. What are we talking about this week?
To like take her away. We're talking about season 1, episode 7, The Best Laid Plans.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I didn't think about it either. And then I was like, oh, I see what they did there. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woo. All right. So we begin the episode at the end of DJ Radich's class as he is telling Joey that clumsy is not one of the 3 C's. I'm listening to a book about intimacy and sex right now, and I was told that the 3 C's stand for like consent, communication, and like control, and that's for BDSM. So I was like, what is DJ Radich teaching the kids right now? What are the 3 C's?
I'm not sure what the 3 C's could be.
Yeah, he didn't say them.
No,
I don't even remember.
I don't remember him saying that at all.
It was just like it was literally
saying that. Yeah,
the episode began and it was like, and like everyone was getting up, and he was like, "And Mr. Jeremiah, the 3rd C does not stand for clumsy," or something like that.
Oh,
yeah, the last C. I don't know. I was like, what is he talking about? But
this is English class, right?
Yeah, you Googling?
Is it cursive? That's all I got. That's the only C word that I can think of in English class.
No, that is not. They're all about COVID.
Oh my God.
DJ Radich had a premonition.
How to function properly. The 3 C's in AP literature, maybe? Context.
Joey Jeremiah is not an AP literature.
This is saying context. This sets up the text portion you are about to discuss. In other words, you need to briefly, they stress briefly, introduce the general circumstances in your example. Concept. What is the device that you are addressing? Use it in the present tense and use the active voice. When referring to the literary device, make certain you discuss it directly. And finally, connection. Discuss in clear, specific terms exactly how the literary device contributes to the passage, poem, novel as a whole. In other words, how does the literary device reinforce what is already occurring in the larger context?
I'm seeing to be clear, to be concise, to be compelling. Anyways,
well, this is AP,
it's not
so.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at Joey Jeremiah Dum Dum School over here. So yeah. No, but anyways, I noted that, and then I didn't think anything of it, and then I was listening to this book, and they were like, when it comes to BDSM, like, remember the 3 C's. Control, consent, and communication. I was like, okay. All right. Anywho, Joey catches Steph on the way out of class to let her know that he does, in fact, have another middle name.
Yeah.
It is Joey D. Jeremiah. The D stands for doctor because he gives great operations.
What does that mean?
I
What's
don't
he
know.
Operate on?
I don't know. I would have thought, does he think like he's saying he wants to play doctor with Steph? But there's no operating in that
No, I think
situation.
that's probably what he means, because then, you know, when she goes to pass, he's like, but I have great bedside manner.
Ew.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he'd be talking about. I mean, if anything, he should come to America where we don't have free healthcare.
Yeah.
And tell me he's a great doctor, you know? I'm interested.
I mean, yeah, it was really just him being like, I'm good at operating. Like that. I don't think that's
like a smooth operator. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. I'm not, because my then thought went to like, is he meaning like, okay, I'm going to put you under for the operation and then I'm going to get to see you naked because you're like,
there's that consent C, Carly.
Yeah.
Yes. That was not the consent C. No, exactly.
Creepy is not one of the C's.
I know. I don't know why he said clumsy for Joey. I was like, no, he is creepy.
I have to say that I'm really glad that I was not introduced to Joey Jeremiah until the next generation, because if I had, I mean, I don't know, maybe he's going to progress in this really compelling way through the rest of the, you know, these older seasons. But if he remains the way he is, if I turned on the next generation, I would have been like, and seen him, I would have turned it off immediately. I would have been like, I'm not interested in this.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. He gets his act together as a 28-year-old when we are introduced to him in Next Generation.
Good Lord.
Anywho, Steph is all set with the operations, and she creepily stares at Wheels as he comes out of class, her whole body spinning around to continue watching him.
Steph is less concerned with operations as she is with, shit, I forgot the word I was going to use.
Nice.
As mechanics.
I was like, set it up, spike it, Jesse. Yes.
Yeah, I did a good job. Anyways, keep going.
Yeah, so Steph is clearly like, Joey, get the fuck out of here. Joey can take a hint, so he is, in fact, out of there. Steph approaches Wheels at his locker and admits that she knows she fucked up their last date at the dance with her drunken antics, but she'd like to give it another shot if he would like to go to a movie this Friday. Wheels is down. Great! Time to just walk away from each other awkwardly and not make any other plans for Friday.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. That's how you do it.
So I noticed that Wheels had her campaign poster in his locker.
He sure did.
So he couldn't be that mad at her. Like,
right. But also, I mean, he could think she was a good president without,
true,
you know, wanting to date her, I guess. I don't know.
He can separate policy from the person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Does anybody who doesn't like this person think that she's very good at policy, though? I'm not sure about that.
No.
What has she actually done so far?
I don't think she's done anything so far.
She definitely didn't make any announcements about the sports.
She didn't make any speeches at the dance.
No.
She did, yeah, not at the dance. She didn't write her speeches for her campaign. She didn't make her own posters. I mean, she's real hot. I mean, you know, she is the sexiest piece of A at DJH, so that's going to be it for me, dog.
She is arguably very good at delegating.
Yes.
Yeah. Steph walks away with a fist clenched yes. What do you call that? Because I was trying to write it down. What do you call it when you're like, yes, and you like pump your arm?
Is it just a fist pump?
It's not because this is a fist pump.
Oh no, like a fist pump is more like Jersey Shore style.
Because fist pump is pushing your fist up in the air.
Yeah.
This was a pulling your fist down.
And it's not the trucker signal because there's no trucks around.
That's gonna be.
Well, it is Wheels.
Maybe that. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know what. But she was.
I do know what you mean, Carly, because I remember doing that a lot when I was a kid. Be like, yes.
Yeah. I don't know if it had a name.
Napoleon Dynamite did it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, as I was trying to write it down, I was like, how do I write this so it makes sense when I'm saying it? Anywho, She's still creepily watching Wheels as she does this, but when she's far enough away, she catches him also audibly and physically psyched about their date.
Mm-hmm. So we get to the theme song, and I just have to say, every time I watch the theme song, Arthur coming out of that closet door, the face he makes cracks me up every time. Have you noticed it?
I have not noticed it.
He comes out and he just makes his face like, it's so funny. You have to go back and watch.
Oh, I'll notice it. Yeah. Because my comment about the theme song is, the line that says, "When I look around and see that someone is smiling right at me, wait." Because everybody's always fucking staring at each other. You know what I mean? Like, when they have a crush on you, they are like, "I'm just going to look at you." And so that's when that person finally catches you staring. It's like, hey, I've got a new friend. So,
wait.
Yes. Joey is chilling in a most casual stance, leg bent, foot on the wall, lean. Again, I don't know what the proper verbiage for what he is doing is called, but it was a bent knee, foot against wall, leaning back, looking real cool. I don't know. He'd been waiting on Wheels to find out what Steph wanted. Will approaches carrying his weird sports bag backpack in what truly looks like the most awkward way that he could be holding it. Like, over the shoulder, like he's James Dean holding a leather jacket.
I didn't notice this.
Again. Through the whole entire episode, he's just got it, like, the straps in his hand, and it's like over his shoulder the whole time. And I'm like,
it is like a duffel bag. I feel like he should just be carrying it at his side. He does carry it very awkwardly.
At his side, or like, they usually have a strap that goes crossbody.
Yes.
Like, I feel like he's got better options, but he's constantly carrying it over his shoulder. Yeah, anyways.
It's just the cool look. It's the 80s. Yeah. That's how they did it.
Mm-hmm. He informs Joey that she asked him to a movie. Joey tries to play it cool. Cool, bro. Yeah, y'all can make out in the back of the theater.
He said, you're going to sit in the back and neck.
Yeah, this is the 80s. They didn't say make out.
I'm just saying, I am so glad that people didn't use that term by the time I was a teenager.
No, you didn't do any.
We're going to go neck.
You didn't do any necking?
That's gross. I hate that.
You know what? The term necking makes me think of, did y'all ever play the game where you had to put an orange under your chin?
Yeah.
And then somebody else had to grab it with their chin? You never.
They're going to go in the back of the theater and just pass
back and forth. That's what I think of when I think of necking. It's like, let me just neck this orange, and then you're going to neck the orange away from me, and then I'm going to neck the orange back. So,
Perfect.
Just casual things.
That's pretty hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've always hated that word, necking. So I'm very glad it went out of style, because it's weird.
It is a little weird. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie to you. Wheels knows that Joey likes Steph, but she likes Wheels, and there's nothing we can do about that. Joey agrees that she's all his, but nabs Shane as he's walking by and tells him that Wheels and Stephanie are going out.
Yeah.
Shane says what none of us want to hear about an 8th grader. Steph is the sexiest chick in school. So what does she see in Wheels?
All you have to do is show a little belly and you're just the sexiest girl in school.
I mean, honestly,
they go wild.
I do really think, like, the top she's wearing is cute. Like, I have to say, like, Slutty Steph is, like, my aesthetic. I would be down to dress like Slutty Steph. Like, most of her outfits. Not her hair or her makeup, but the outfits, I'm like, I like those.
See, I like her tops for the most part, but her bottoms and specifically her shoes just like, there's a couple scenes from now where she's wearing this like white mesh top. Like, it's like a fishnetty top, and the top is so cute, but then they like pan away and she's wearing this like knee-length pencil skirt and these like little like chunky heels. And
kitten heels.
She looks like a secretary for like a law office. And I'm like, what is, like, it's a party on the top, but on the it's not, it's the bottoms. They got to work on the bottom half. She's got to work on the bottom half of her outfits. The tops are good, but the bottom halves are a little too sensible.
Yeah.
So I will say, nothing that she's worn so far is as iconic as Manny's thong.
No.
Oh, for sure.
But if she does, are you going to go as her for Halloween?
But nobody would know who I was. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Like, that's the problem is, like, not, maybe if I went to, like, an older people Canadian Halloween party, then they'd all be like, oh my God, Stephanie K, eh?
I go to one every year. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So
if Joey Jeremiah ever gets to throw that Degrassi reunion party Comic-Con thing that he wanted to have there like 5 years ago. That. If he has it again.
Okay, yes.
Go.
If he has it again.
That outfit.
If he has it again, I want to go. Absolutely. I wanted to go last time, but it just wasn't in the cards, you know? It just didn't happen. Didn't pan out the way I wanted it to, but I really did want to go. Okay, yeah. So Shane wants to know what you're doing with Wheels. But Joey is being as supportive as possible and lets Shane know that Wheels is indeed a sex machine.
That reminds me of Can't Hardly Wait, when the foreign exchange student goes, I am a sex machine. Sex machine. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Any words of encouragement? Would you like to touch my penis? Huh? I am a sex machine. Sex machine.
Well, did you watch that movie very much?
No, not as much as you did, for certainly not. I think I probably watched it like once in its entirety.
So I totally tweeted about watching it like a month or so ago, and Ethan Embry retweeted me and replied, and I was like, be still my beating heart, because he was a fox.
Wow.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Oh my God. Next you're going to tell me that Matthew Lillard has retweeted and
oh, come on. You. Like, that would be my dream.
Like, okay, if Matthew Lillard or Lillard? Which
Lillard,
I think it's Lillard.
Okay.
Yeah.
If Matthew Lillard showed up at your front door, Jessie.
Oh God.
Drool abound.
Woo!
Would you leave Johnny for him? Now, granted, they kind of look similar.
They do. I mean, Johnny, when he has long hair, looks like Matthew Lillard as Shaggy.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
Movie.
Oh, yeah, I can definitely see that.
I didn't notice till somebody, I can't remember who it was, pointed it out, and I'm like, holy shit, it's true.
Do you ever ask Johnny to cry and drool?
I'm gonna start.
Please do.
But so I think that we would just start a polyamory thing.
Okay.
Like, I think actually Johnny might be down with that because he loves Matthew Lillard too.
Perfect.
Like, I mean, we'd have to work out the logistics, but I think he'd understand and accept Matthew Lillard into our home. Or into Matthew Lillard's home, because he probably doesn't know.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a better choice.
I would definitely like an invite to Matthew Lillard's house.
That'd be great.
Oh, but what I was going to say is that Ethan Embry actually randomly follows me on Twitter. And I have no idea why. It happened like a long time ago for no apparent reason. I have no idea why.
You're very Twitter famous.
I'm not, though. I have like no followers. I have like 700 followers, but no engagement.
Oh, I'm not engaged either.
Yeah.
So 695 of them are bots, and the other 5 are me, Carly, Alio, and Ethan Embry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there are a couple of dudes who comment all the time.
Oh, okay.
And then this goes by Evie on there, who actually really loves the podcast. Talks to me a lot.
Hi, Evie.
Hi, Evie.
And then there's another chick who, like, we talk about Bravo sometimes, but for the most part, nobody gives a shit what I'm saying.
So because I'm not a Twitter person, this morning, Eric posted some pictures of our cats on Twitter. And so I went to look at the pictures to heart react to it. I don't know what you call it on Twitter because I'm not a Twitter person.
Yeah.
And I noticed it had been retweeted. And I was like, who retweeted this picture of our cats?
Yeah.
And then like the person who retweeted it was like, I'm a bot that retweets pictures of cats. Like, oh, okay. I guess that checks out. Never mind.
Tell him to tag. Well, he has to follow him, I think. Follow this account at the same time, but follow and then tag DistortBot.
Oh, what does DistortBot do?
It'll take your picture and like distort it and make it look crazy.
You're like exactly what you think it would do.
Exactly.
Excellent.
Anyways, we're off topic.
Yes. Anyways, Melanie and Kathleen catch this last portion of the convo with their eavesdropping asses. And I swear one of them says, is that allowed? Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what they said about Wheels being a sex machine. But anyways, they're giggling about it regardless. Or perhaps they're just rolling on multivitamins right now. Who's to know?
They think, like, they thought those prank calls were funny, but like this is next level.
Oh man. Steph, still psyched, heads to the girls' room where she finds Vula. She lets her know that Wheels actually said yes to another date. But Vula ain't having it. Oh my god, the school president is telling me about her love life, she says sarcastically. She's going to put this scenario in her dream journal. She didn't say dream journal, but you know what I mean. Might as well have been.
Right.
Steph does not understand why Vula is still mad. She apologized a million times for not thanking her in her election speech. Knowing that that is just the surface of her wrongdoings, Vula walks away. Steph follows up with, "And sorry for not giving the speech at the dance." Like, listen, Steph, you've been a shit friend.
Yes.
Like, she really gonna have to do better than that.
Right, yeah, and it's not like she's, like, gone up to Vula ever and been like, "Vula, how's it going? Like, what's going on in your life?" It's always, "Vula, guess what about me?" Like,
yes, every time we see them, Stephanie is telling Vula about her own life. We never hear about Vula and her immigrant father.
No.
Yeah.
She's never like, "So what dinner did you prepare for your father last night?" For Papa.
She's like, "I made the traditional borscht. You know. So the only thing Papa lets me make is borscht." Honestly, Steph probably doesn't even know that, like, Vula is first generation.
Right.
Canadian. I think.
First generation Canadian.
Do they call it that in Canada? I would assume, like, if you're first generation American, was it first generation Canadian?
Sure. Yeah.
I would think. I mean,
I'd assume. I don't know what if they use that terminology, but it sounds right to me.
Yeah. All right. Great. Excellent.
Oh, so there's a really good poster of stick figures playing volleyball in the bathroom.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, it looks good.
Usually I'm a real stickler for finding the posters, but I missed that one.
I feel like at the end of this, we're going to have to make like a poster compilation video.
Ooh, and also like a Joey Jeremiah middle name compilation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the plan for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yick and Arthur are plotting their next scheme as he super stealthily shows Arthur that he has a porn tape on him called Swamp Sex Robots.
Yeah.
So my favorite part of this scene was when Arthur looks at it and he goes, "This is pornography."
Yep.
And I related to that so hard. I was like, that's exactly what I would have done in 7th grade if somebody had been like, "Look at this porn video." I would have been exactly that same way. I would have been shocked and I would have yelled really loudly and I would have called it pornography.
How I interpreted this part was I wrote, "Well, gee golly gosh, Yick, this is pornography." That's what it felt like to me. But I'm
just super curious, like what this is, like what it, like
so
what is
many
a swamp
questions.
Sex robot, and I feel like we need to write a script for it.
It sounds like it is too much plot.
Because what about a robot covered in like swamp stuff is sexy? I can't, like, I think that they just went with the most out there thing so that like you couldn't be like, "Oh, that's really suggestive."
Yeah.
But like swamp sex robots, you're like, I think that'd be more funny than sexy. I don't know.
I wish we had enough listeners who are artistic or like in general, but artistic listeners who could do some like
draw some pictures.
Who could draw some pictures of their interpretation of what a swamp sex robot is.
We could ask Anna to do it.
Perfect.
We'll do that.
Honestly, we should change our podcast name to Swamp Sex Robots.
Actually, funny you should say that because you know I Googled swamp sex robots because I did in fact want to know if it was a real pornography or if it was completely made up. And it turns out that Swamp Sex Robots is a band. You can follow them on Instagram.
Are they Canadian?
Just gonna ask that.
You know what? I don't remember. I don't know.
I'm gonna look
in this.
Honestly, we need to play some of their music.
I mean, you know we do. Man, I need to listen to more Cassie Steele.
Are we all gonna Google it real quick?
Let me see.
We all have to see it for
Swamp
ourselves.
Sex Robots.
Oh, there's also just somebody on here called Swamp Sex. There are 2 different accounts called Swamp Sex Robots.
Oh, God.
One of them is Swamp Sex Robots Music.
Mm-hmm.
They're from the Yukon, so they are Canadian.
There you go. That explains it. Let's see. Do they have any? Oh, they look good. Look at this guy.
They look legit.
Oh, yeah. That must
they
be
look
the
really
same
good
person posing with a Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they look like they're legit. Ooh, they're on MySpace, so you know that's real.
Oh, God.
Yeah. They've been around for a while if they're on MySpace.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to hear them, but they don't have any videos of their actual songs.
You probably have to go to their MySpace.
Oh, here we
Let's
go.
see.
I don't think that's actually a song.
It sounds like a swamp sex robot.
I don't know. That sounds like two swamp robots about to have sex.
Yeah, I see pictures of them performing, but I don't see any video. There's no doubt that this was a Degrassi reference.
They have 476 followers on Instagram, which makes me think that they are perhaps a niche market.
All right. So when I'm looking at their MySpace and I click on like music and their songs, it says error when I try to play it. So
Oh no.
they're just gaslighting us. They're not a real band. They just want us to think they're a real band.
Oh my god.
This is bullshit.
Yeah, I'm gonna look further, and if I can find a song, I'm gonna include it.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
I'm into it. I also need to know, do you think the sex robots are waterproof? Because I would assume they need to be, right?
They have to be. Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
they have to be.
Yick borrowed the tape from his older brother, who is out of town and doesn't know that the tape has been borrowed. LOL. Yick wants to watch it, but there's no way they can watch it at his house because his grandmother is always home. Does your mom have a VCR, Arthur? Yes.
It's very high tech.
I know, right? Yes. But is it working? I don't know. We don't know.
Gotta check.
Not sure.
The worst when your VCR breaks.
Oh my God. Well, that was like our staple at our house was having the working VCR on top of a broken VCR on top of a broken VCR, or the VCR on top of the TV VCR where the VCR portion is broken. Like a lot of just like broken VCRs with like maybe one working VCR.
We're like, we're going to keep these just in case.
Or a DVD player on top of the VCRs. Then we're getting
Well, you
wild.
all kept your VHSs for like ever. You still had them.
Jesse.
You had Hiawatha.
Jesse.
Do you still actually have Hiawatha?
Do I have Hiawatha? Why don't you talk to my hoarding ass sister and ask her if she has Hiawatha? I don't have Hiawatha. I would bet that Bethany has it. Because the one VHS tape that I have in my possession is Darren's Dance Grooves. And it's because I do, in fact, really want to find a VCR so that I can do Darren's dance moves.
Yeah.
You know, like the latest pop hits, like Hit Me Baby One More Time.
I feel certain that if I went to my parents' house, I would find a rather significant collection of those Disney films that were in the like foamy container. As well as, I'm sure that my dad still has like almost every James Bond film made before 2000 on VHS. They don't have a VCR.
No, nobody does.
But they have both of those things.
I just, in between my last apartment and moving here, finally got rid of my CDs because I was like, listen, I haven't listened to a goddamn CD in years.
No.
But like I kept them because I was like, you never know. And then I'm like, okay, laptops don't even fucking have a slot for
oh my God.
a CD anymore. Like it's just not.
This was a huge issue the other day because I bought the Clerks animated series DVD because I couldn't stream it anywhere.
Yeah.
And I bought it off eBay, $5. I get it. And I bought this shitty DVD player, like, you know, the cheapest one they had at Walmart, like maybe $25.
Yeah.
And it does this thing where the sound goes up and down.
Oh.
And it's horrible.
Ew.
So I have to like return it. But I couldn't do that. So I had to rig I had to take this DVD, CD-ROM thing, like player that you hook into your Mac because they don't come with those slots anymore. And I had to download drivers to attach it to my PC laptop.
This is so much.
And
work.
then I had to use an HDMI cable to plug my laptop into the TV. And I had to download a DVD player, like software for my PC because they don't even come with that anymore. So
and I had to put a wire hanger in the DVD player to get a signal, but
I was able to watch it, and it was a good time. So
all right,
but it was a lot.
You know what? I will say that is a show that I want to say, I think it was during like COVID when I was just like, I'm running out of shit to watch. I was like, I haven't watched that in a long time. And because there's only like
6 episodes.
2 episodes or something
6.
on,
no,
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like there was like 1 or 2 that you could watch. And I was like, well, what about the rest of them? I guess I can't watch them.
Well, now, do you have a DVD player?
Bitch, I do. Well,
now that I've watched it, maybe I can send it to you, but I have to make sure that I write North on it because...
Yeah. Yes.
I'm afraid I'll lose my $5 DVD.
I know. Well, the DVD player is in the guest bed, so if you want to come visit and bring it, you can sleep in the guest bed and watch it on that DVD player in there.
Perfect. Just on repeat.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Okay. So anyways, they really have to watch this tape. It's so hot, you'll fry your eyeballs. I don't know.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Like, I just, in what planet does frying your eyeballs equate to like Boner City?
I don't know, but whatever it is, this VHS better be worth it because if I'm going to fry my eyeballs, I better have that really good memory of Swamp Stex robots in my head for the rest of my life because that's the last thing I'll ever see.
Right? It's like I'm gonna need LASIK after this. What the fuck? I don't know.
So I'm just over here like, I'll never understand people wanting to watch porn with their friends.
I mean, I never watched porn with my friends, but that's probably because I'm a woman. But I do recall I want to say in like 8th grade, I had like my guy friends. I remember they came to school one day and they were talking about how they all watched a porn together, like in somebody's basement or something like that. Because it's like, before the internet, right? Like, I mean, people, do what you gotta do.
But just like hand it off to the next, like watch it yourself, hand it off.
Yick doesn't have a VCR.
I definitely tried to watch pornography with some of my friends once.
Yeah.
And this was when I was in college, and it was like a mixed group of us. So it was like some guys and some girls. And I feel like it might have been because I had never seen like a pornography film before.
Really? All the way in college?
Yeah.
Damn.
Because I was on like AOL dial-up internet in my parents' living room until I was in college. Like I was definitely not like, let's watch some porn while my mom's in the kitchen. But it was on a DVD, and I feel like it was also because you still couldn't. Like that was that weird time where like I probably could have found porn on the internet, but I probably also would have gotten a virus on my computer. So I was like really afraid that I was going to get a virus on my computer. So we were all like, like we're going to watch porn together. And I feel like we got like maybe 10 minutes into it before we were all like, no,
I hate this.
This is not. Like, we thought it would be funny. Like, we, like, picked out some, like, hokey-ass porn, and we were like, it's gonna be hilarious. Like, the pizza man's coming, or whatever stupid, like, cliche thing it was. And then we were just like, no, this is awkward, and we don't like it.
It's like, can we just skip, like, the dialogue, and then skip the sex scene, and then the next dialogue, maybe? Like, that would be fun. But yeah, I don't want to watch that with my friends. That feels really uncomfortable.
I mean,
personally,
as a, middle schooler and high schooler, my dad watched a lot of Skinamax and would just, it would be like everybody be awake, lights are on in the house, we're all just hanging out, and he'd be watching Skinamax. My mom would be on the other end of the couch reading the newspaper.
Oh God.
And I'd come in the living room and I'd be like, ew, Dad, like, what are you doing? And then Mom, like, without even looking up from a newspaper, would be like, Phil, you're upsetting your daughter. And he would just be like, like, he wouldn't use words.
Was he asleep?
No, he wasn't.
He was really watching. Like, I'm like, maybe he was watching Cinemax and fell asleep.
No, he was definitely awake. And he didn't even say words. It was just,
oh my.
And then I'm pretty sure never changed the channel. So, yeah.
I mean, I remember sneaking like shows like Undressed.
Oh yeah.
Like late at night, everyone's asleep. I'm gonna watch Undressed. But like I don't I guess like I don't know if I actually watched a real porn. I don't know when my first porn was. Yeah.
I watched Undressed a couple of years ago, and it legit is like softcore porn.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's like
it is.
Wow. Wow.
I had that volume down to like 3.
Oh yeah. 100%. Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, I gotta see the grown-ups or the teenagers are so cool.
I'm trying to think now then, when was the first time I ever watched porn?
Yeah.
Huh.
I know the first time I actually like saw a porn magazine was when I was very young.
Oh yeah.
But that's kind of different because you just like someone finds it and you're like, oh, look at that.
Those were in the bathroom.
Yeah.
My dad's house. My brother had like stacks.
That's probably where I saw it.
Yeah, he had stacks in the upstairs bathroom, and I always thought like, I'm gonna put my vibrator in here and be like, "Yep, we're all masturbating. How about that?" Obviously, I didn't do that.
But like, why does your porn in the bathroom?
I mean, maybe I understand taking it in there, like you're gonna
right.
get it in the toilet or whatever, but take it back out.
Right.
But she's got a bedroom. Why would you go to the toilet?
I don't know.
Let's not talk about your brother.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm like trying to imagine be like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom with this. No, you got a bedroom. Like
looking at some porn while you're taking a poop. I don't know.
Right.
I have no idea. It was just stacks on stacks of barely legals. I don't know. I got questions. I don't want answers.
No, we're not. You know, we're not going to call your brother right now and be like, hey, if you even answer the phone.
Can you imagine? I haven't talked to him in like a year and a half. And out of the blue, I call him and I'm like, why did you leave your pornography magazines in the bathroom when I was in high school? Why did you do it? Well, maybe not high school. Probably like when I was more like in my early 20s. But
yeah,
it was after my mom passed away. So that it was like, you know, it was like me and my dad and my brother, and like my brother's friend Joel moved in. So it was like I was the only woman in the house, and it was just like, guys,
it's a free for all.
Don't need to be here. Like, why are you doing this?
Jesus Christ.
Anyways, I've been doing some really intense therapy lately. Learning a lot about my childhood,
specifically about porn magazines in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Speaking of the bathroom, we are back in the bathroom where Steph is getting de-sluttified to go home from school. She's telling the twins, Erica and Heather, that she's going to wear something so hot on her date that Wheel's tongue will hang out.
They got some weird reactions to like sexy things. Fried eyeballs, tongues hanging out.
Yeah, it made me think of like one of the wolves in a cartoon that's like, oh, wooga! Like its jaw drops and the tongue like literally rolls out. Mm-hmm. I assume that's what she was thinking. One of the twins, there's no telling which one, asks about Steph's mom. She doesn't know that Steph dresses like an absolute hoe at school, so how is she going to get out of the house looking like a harlot? Because she won't be able to change at school. Like, I think this is a good detail. Like, in my opinion, she could have just like been like, meet me at the movies. She gets to the movie early. She changes. Yeah. Like, you could have done that. But yeah, Steph is like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. She gotta think of a cockamamie scheme to.
But if she was thinking that far ahead, Carly, we wouldn't have this entire A plot of this episode.
No. It's true. Yeah. So anyways, that Steph has not thought about this, and she just gives a little shrug. Oh, no. Like all good teenage sex episodes, we find out that Steph's mom is in fact a pharmacist. Mm-hmm. It like what a trope.
Always.
Because I'm pretty sure this happened in Next Generation too, didn't it? Wasn't somebody's...
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't somebody's... Was it Marco's dad?
It might have been Next Class.
Next Class?
I don't feel like Marco's dad was doing anything about the sex talk.
No, but I feel like it might have been Next Class that someone's parent worked at a pharmacy, convenience store.
Where there was condoms.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know.
Anywho. Mrs. Kobolowski, or Miss Kobolowski, I don't know what her maiden name is, so we're just going to call her, I call her Mrs. K later.
Yeah.
is on the phone talking about vitamin C when Steph approaches. It seemed like she was on a work call because, that could be a pharmacist-related question, but she lets the person know on the other line that her daughter is there and she has to go. So that means that it was actually just a really boring personal call.
I talk to Johnny about vitamin C all the time. We have in-depth conversations.
Nope. Not happening here.
Jesse, do you need me to refer you to somewhere when the spark is gone and you need to renew it?
I'm into it. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Supplements?
All right.
Yeah, that's hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, I should say the conversation was boring up until now. Mrs. K loves Italian, and 7 o'clock on Friday would be great.
Mm-hmm.
See you then, Michael. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Drama.
Stephanie gets a sly look on her face. Who's Michael? Mrs. K tries to break it to her daughter gently that she has a date, but Steph is super down for her mom getting back out there.
Yep.
They met because he's a regular customer who always seems to have a cold.
He really needs that vitamin C.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point, y'all.
She's like, God damn it! I've told you 60 times to start taking vitamin C. It's that simple.
It was before emergency was a thing, right. So yeah. Anywho, clearly Michael is not a sex machine like Wheels, but no. I digress. Steph wants all the deets. Is he cute?
Not
poor
really.
Mrs. K.
No.
A little in his own way. Like, damn.
So mean.
Right?
Oh my God. Okay, so, all right, side note. I've been watching the show One Mo Chance.
Oh, yeah.
Which is Chance from I Love New York. Has a new dating show on the Zeus network. Well, I don't know how new it is. I don't know when it came out. Like, it's a full season is out. Okay. He is so fucking mean to these women.
That doesn't surprise me.
Oh,
well, yeah, right. Who's shocked?
God.
Wasn't he super mean to New York the entire season that he was on? I feel like he was such a dick to her.
Probably.
Because he is the one with the brother, right?
Yeah, and his brother was
who,
chill.
Died of cancer like a few years after the show.
Yeah.
But his brother's dead now. Yeah, no, I loved his brother.
Yeah.
Whose name I cannot remember.
Real.
I can remember his face, but I can't remember what his that obviously was not his
real
name. But it's like name on the show.
So apparently Chance started reading pickup artist literature and just like got stuck on negging, and that's all he ever does because he is so fucking mean to these women. And I'm watching this, like, I know that most people on these types of dating shows have no self-respect, but this is a new low. He is so fucking mean to these women.
It's awful.
I mean, watch it. It's crazy. But I gave you my Zeus login, Carly.
Yes. I need to watch it.
I'm just watching it, and every 5 seconds I'm like, why are these women still here? I would leave immediately.
There was a video game that Eric showed me. Like, I think there was like a number 1 and a number 2 of, I think it's called The Pickup Artist. I don't know if that's true. I have to double check with him. But like the premise of the video game is it's like a choose your own adventure, but like it has to do with hitting on women.
Yeah.
And so like, and this is the kicker of it. It's not a cartoon drawing. It's a real ass man who invented the game in the game being like, how should I approach this woman? And it's like,
God,
tell her she's wearing an ugly sweater, or tell her she looks nice today, or
my God.
It's like the weirdest, wildest thing, and you can like do all these different scenarios because it is in fact choose your own adventure, and they literally made 2 of them. Oh, what is it? Oh.
I want to play this game.
No, I've been like begging him. I'm like, I want to play this game.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I think he got canceled for some reason. Like, it's probably controversial. I'm like, I know, but I want to play it.
That doesn't matter. I want
care.
To play it. It sounds crazy.
Yeah. It really, there's videos of it on YouTube. I'll have to send them to you because it's like, it's like, what is this game? And why am I not playing it right now?
And why is it a real human?
Yeah. No, we don't do cartoons. We do real people.
They'll let anybody make a game these days.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, so her mom like is not really dazzled by this guy. She's like desperate. She's like, I just gotta get out of the fucking house.
I think, you know what I mean? She gotta get back out there. Put her best foot forward. Whatever. Have a lame date. It's fine. Anyways, she's glad that Steph understands, and she hopes that Arthur will too. Steph confirms when the date is. As you can see, the wheels turning in her head about how she's going to make her hoe outfit work now that her mother is going to be on a date Friday, too.
Perfect.
Yick wants to know why Arthur never told him that Stephanie K was his sister. Yeah. Arthur tries to downplay it, as I guess he just hadn't gotten around to it yet. Just then, Stephanie comes out of the bathroom and Arthur tries to say hi. Stephanie isn't into it. Buzz off, Arthur. But he thinks she can't pretend he's not her brother forever.
He screams it.
Yeah, right? And she's like, what the fuck, Arthur? Okay, it's not personal. She just has an image to protect. And if there's one thing that everyone knows, it's that the sexiest chick in school cannot have a little brother. That would make her much less sexy.
She can't talk to anyone who's just a year younger than her. Like, that's just lame.
Yeah, she only dates older men, like teachers or wheels, like whatever. But regardless of this treatment, Arthur needs some answers. Are you and Mom perhaps going out on a coordinated time this weekend? Because that would potentially leave me home alone. Yes, as a matter of fact. They're both going out because Mom's got a date. Arthur is psyched for his mom to go on a date. But probably not because she's moving on, only because that means he'll get to watch Sex Swamp Robots.
Yeah, these two are like, yeah, go Mom, but like how much of it is supportive of their mom and how much of it is like, I get to go out, I get to watch a porn.
Right? Like what happens if she wants to marry this dude and she's like, all right, kids, we're going to move into his house. They'd be like, what the fuck, Mom?
I can't watch porn there.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't have a VCR.
No, come on. A man who always has a cold, he's got a VCR. He's a lameoid. You know he's a loser. He sits at home. All he watches is Sex Swamp Robots too.
True.
Fair.
Arthur and Yick woo and high five. They're just like, woo, woo, and high five. I loved it.
I mean, sometimes I can't really blame Stephanie for being like, Arthur, I don't want anyone to know we're related.
Yeah, fair.
So we start off this scene, focus on some books in this school hang zone called Sweet Savage Love and Sons and Lovers.
I saw that too, and I was like, I thought this was the library. Why are there so many smutty romance novels that also would be better pornography titles?
But so the staff like went to the book stand by the registers at Walmart and was like, here, this is where we're gonna find all the books for the library.
The twins are very excited for Stephanie to be alone with Wheels at a romantic setting like the movies. And Erica wants to know what she's gonna do if Wheels tries something. Stephanie says that she may just let him try something. Shane and Y are in the background listening as Steph says that she'd do anything if she felt like it. Oh, you know. Steph goes ass to mouth for sure. 100%. The boys' mouths are agape. Anything? They're like literally losing their fucking minds. Erica and Heather, who have not noticed that Shane is freaking out, even though they're facing him, are surprised that Stephanie would be down for that. Wheels and Joey are talking sports in the bathroom as Shane and Y let Wheels know that he's definitely gonna fuck on this date with Stephanie K.
He's gonna make it.
What make what?
Another phrase I'm glad we didn't use.
I wanna make it.
Make it.
Make what? Paper mache?
He's gonna make it through.
He is gonna make it through.
Yeah. Oh, that's probably what it is.
Oh, is that what they were referring to in
the whole
whatever it takes?
Next
I know I'm
Generation
gonna bang on my
song
date.
has just been blown away.
I know I can make it with you. There we go. I'm gonna be the best. Anywho, they heard her saying that she has a plan and that she can handle it, as he makes the okie dokie sign. Mm-hmm.
He makes the white supremacy sign. Let's be real.
Yeah. I was going for okie dokie because that meant it was her vagina. It was her vagina hole. But yes, it could also be that she could handle it, even if Wheels was a white supremacist. She could, in fact, handle it. Yes. Joey is clearly holding back feelings about this as Wheels plays it cool. If she wants it, she'll get it. Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness.
Yes. In unison, the boys exclaim, "All the way with Stephanie K."
Yeah.
They must have practiced this before they got into the bathroom because
definitely
that was literally the perfect in unison. The boys all exit while talking about how hot Steph is. Arthur, who definitely heard this whole conversation, exits a bathroom stall looking concerned that perhaps his sister is actually a sex swamp robot herself.
Actually, now that I think about it, that's your Halloween costume, a sex swamp robot.
Oh, yeah.
We really got to visualize this somehow. We got to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I did notice a poster on the bathroom stall that said, "Don't fall for the pitch, alcohol."
Oh, is that?
What? What does that even mean?
I feel like there's a baseball player clip art on there too. "Don't fall for the pitch, alcohol."
The pitch of what? Like somebody's pitching you alcohol?
Yeah, so it'd be like, "Come on, try this. Be fun."
Oh, okay.
Don't fall for
I don't know
pitch.
about that. I don't know about that poster.
All right, we're back in DJ Radich's class.
Woo!
Stephanie writes out a note telling Wheels to meet her at her house at 7:30 on Friday night. She's trying to get Wheels' attention, but he's very engrossed in this lesson about double negatives. So she decides to drop her book on the floor because that's very inconspicuous.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Radich lets her know that he don't got no time to waste.
Hip as fuck.
Right, which actually means he does have time to waste because it was a double negative.
Yeah.
Steph uses picking up the book as an excuse to hand Wheels the note. This starts a game of telephone by Shane telling someone that Stephanie and Wheels have a date. And by the time it gets to the other side of the classroom, it's turned into Stephanie is going to give Wheels a rim job while being gangbanged by 3 other dudes. You know? It's casual.
You know, as you do.
That's basically where it ends, to my knowledge. This is the next scene.
I love it.
I love this scene so much.
I feel like every show about troubled teens in like the 80s is like somebody walking on a beach being like,
"Yeah,
hey kids, I'm here to talk to you about drugs." Like, I'm on a beach.
The random beach. They're never at the beach ever, but there's randomly a beach.
Beaches does Toronto have?
I was wondering the same thing, Carly.
Is it by the Great
looked
Lakes?
like an ocean beach, and I was like, Toronto is not on the ocean.
But is it by the Great Lakes? Because I feel like the Great Lakes are a little bit different.
It might be a Great Lake because, like, you know, you wouldn't think of Chicago as a beach town, but like we literally have a beach along the entire eastern border of the city. So
yeah,
because it's a Great Lake. So, I mean, truthfully, it's not a Great Lake. It's an okay lake, but you know, I guess that's what we call it. So anywho's, Wheels and his dad are at the beach, and Wheels has got some questions about sex. When did you first do it, Dad? Well, he was a lot older than you are, Derek. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But Wheels wants info on exactly what to do.
He needs to go watch Swamp Sex Robots with
Honestly,
the boys, and then
like, right, this is the thing, is like, if he knew that Arthur was, you know, Stephanie's brother,
right,
he probably could have approached him to watch the porn too, but
he's like, "I would like to treat your sister right, and I think I'll learn a lot from this."
Heard that it was going to fry my eyeballs.
You know, okay, this is probably weird, but I will say that my high school boyfriend, he was like pretty much, he like really knew what he was doing, like for a high schooler. And I remember asking him once, like, you know, like, how did you just know how to do that? Because I was like the first person he did anything with, right? I was like, how did you just get good at that? And he was like, I don't know, I saw it in porn. And I was like,
yeah,
okay. Because like looking back, like now that I've actually watched porn, I'm like,
it's
I don't think you get any sort of like information about what you're doing or how you should be doing it. No, it is not about the
woman, like, ever. No. Like, I've seen some porns where I'm like, that actually looks really painful, and there's no way I'm going to enjoy watching this, because I'm just thinking, ouch.
Yeah. Yeah. No, exactly. So yeah, I don't know... truly, I don't know how he actually learned how to do anything besides maybe just experimenting with me, but I was like, I don't think he got it from porn. There's just no way. His dad lays everything out. That sex isn't just fun.
Lies.
It's serious business. And 14 is too young to be fucking.
Listen, sex isn't something you just do for fun, which I totally disagree with.
I mean, listen, I put like, it's like, sex and then doing my taxes and like other serious
I mean,
things,
I also just do my taxes for fun, like
okay,
you know.
All right, well,
I play Tax Simulator and
fun. Is that a game?
I just enjoy it. Yeah. I bet if someone did Tax Simulator, people would play
Somebody
it.
would, yeah.
I mean, in 6th grade, we did a tax project where you had to marry someone and then you filled out like your tax forms together. Yeah. And I just remember being super excited about the project because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to marry my crush. Oh my God. Like, I'm going to write down that my name is Carly Jo Smeltzer. Oh my God. Because that's his name.
I can't believe you actually learned how to do your taxes in high school, because we didn't.
Listen, that was in 6th grade. Oh, and you know what? You know what I don't remember is 6th grade. So, yeah. No, we did taxes in community college too, in like a real world math class. And I remember asking, because we did it all on paper. And I like questioned, I was like, I don't understand why we're doing this. Like, I do my taxes online. Yeah. Like, I'm never gonna write my taxes down on a piece of paper. Yeah. And she was like, well, you need to learn it. You might need it. I'm like, I'm literally not gonna need this. Not gonna. Nope. Anyways. Wheels' dad wants him to know that he's got time. Just enjoy being a kid. Mm-hmm. No need for fucking.
You're not ready for the responsibility.
Mm-hmm. Dinner at Mrs. K's house.
Yeah.
Stephanie also has questions about sex for her parent.
Okay, she gives her mom just a plate of mush.
What was that?
It was disgusting.
It looked like it was covered in mold. It looked like...
Was it like cream spinach? What the fuck was that?
Yeah, the thing that like fell off of her fork.
Yeah.
Okay. Hear me out. I thought that it was like, I don't know why they'd be having this for dinner, but I kind of thought it was like biscuits and gravy.
It did.
Because it kind of looked like sausage gravy.
It looked nasty.
Yeah, I was like, is it beef stroganoff? Like, what is happening? Or like Swedish meatball?
Whoever gravy? The art director was on this set blew it. Like,
it was bad. And those were big plates of just whatever shit. It was that was
right
awful.
They were like, oh shit, props didn't get any real food, let's crumble up some of these brown paper towels and some paste that we've added some water to and hope it looks like food.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Mm-hmm. Steph wants to know, when did her mom first have sex? Mrs. K's food falls from her fork. I guess it wasn't food. I don't know. Her mush.
Whatever the fuck
falls from her fork.
I'd let it fall too. And I'd walk away.
But they should have a talk. Stephanie is now over it. She doesn't need to talk. She's not a little kid anymore. Cue the milk mustache of adulthood.
Yeah. Wasn't it on the milk carton? Wasn't there someone on there named Beatrice?
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I just wrote Beatrice Milk in my notes on my phone because I took notes.
I have no idea.
Like a week ago on my phone. And I just wrote Beatrice Milk. So I assumed that Beatrice was on the carton because I had gotten further into the episode by the time I noticed it and was like, that's probably what that means, right?
I was so busy looking and trying to figure out what was in the mush. I didn't notice the milk. I noticed the milk carton, but I don't remember what was on it.
Honestly, like, Steph really dropped the ball with her friendship with Bula because Bula can cook.
Honestly.
Stephanie presented this bullshit to her mom, like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's probably the case, is that, like, Mrs. K was like, Stephanie, you need to be more responsible like Vula, and I need you to learn how to cook. And Stephanie was like, Mom, I don't know, I shit on a plate, and I gave it to you. Is that okay? Is it good?
Oh, God.
Joey finds Wheels in the hallway. Tonight is the big night. You got condoms, bro?
Oh, God.
Wheels has never heard of such a thing, as Joey keeps spewing different names of condoms loud enough for everyone in class to hear.
So he did leave out one of my favorite words for condoms. And speaking of video games, Leisure Suit Larry.
What?
Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
No.
It was a game that my stepdad had on the computer. But you couldn't play it unless you answered a series of questions to prove you were an adult. But all you had to do was like try enough times. There was only so many questions.
Yeah.
So you could figure it out and then log in. And so it's this game where you're playing this guy, Leisure Suit Larry, and he just it's foul. Like he is trying to hit on chicks and he like bangs a prostitute. It's all this stuff where if you do the wrong thing, you die. So there is a scene or a part where you have to go to a convenience store and buy condoms, but you have to say like you have to word it just right because it's like an old ass text game where like there's cartoons on the screen, but you have to type in the right command.
Okay.
And so I think you have to ask for prophylactics.
Yeah.
But
it's a big word to type.
But the convenience store guy goes, lubbers?
Lubbers?
Lubbers.
Okay, this is everything I hoped
like
it would
rubbers,
be.
but with an L.
The original version was
I
very...
want to know more about these questions that you had to answer that were somehow adults only know the answers, but are okay to ask children in case they stumble upon this.
It was just stuff like, it was like trivia questions that you'd only know if you were
just
grown
like
up.
Old people questions?
Yeah, just like, I can't fully remember, but
this is for PlayStation 2 and it's called Leisure Suit Larry.
This was a computer game. So, because it was like similar to this game called Police Quest. All right, here's a picture.
Oh, that's like Oregon Trail style.
Yeah, okay. Can you see that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really shitty animation, but so all right, here's exactly what I was talking about. So you go into the convenience store and you ask for prophylactics and the guy goes, "You mean lubbers?" And then you're like, "Yeah." And he asks you all these questions, like what kind you need. And
you want the ribbed kind.
Yeah, but
you want the next to naked kind.
Exactly. But he asked you like several questions. And then once he's done, he goes, "Hey everybody," and this is an example that I specifically found a picture for. "Hey everybody, this weirdo just bought a peppermint flavored plaid lubricated plain smooth lubber." And then all these people come out from behind the shelves and they're like, "Oh."
It's like the lady in the next scene.
Mm-hmm.
But so here's the thing. If you don't buy them and you go and have sex with a prostitute, you'll die of AIDS.
I was going to say you get AIDS.
You immediately die.
Wow.
That sounds exactly like what kind of offensive shit would happen in a game from that long ago.
I'm also going to ask Eric about this game because
you could definitely download it somewhere and play it on
I'm sure.
You could figure it out, yeah. But you need the original.
Yeah.
The original super shitty version.
Okay.
But anyways, so I was just sad that Joey didn't use the word lubbers. I don't know.
I mean, I thought you were going to say that prophylactics was your favorite word, guys. That reminds me of the
I mean, that's fine.
There's like the blooper scenes at the end of 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yes.
And one of I can't remember the guy's name in real life, but he was like, "Can I get a prophylactic?" It's like in the,
I do.
in the
I
bloopers.
remember that scene in the bloopers.
Back when movies had bloopers.
Mm-hmm.
Wheels has never heard of such a thing as Joey keeps spewing different names of condoms loud enough for everyone in class to hear. Vula hears this and goes right to Stephanie's bathroom office to find out the truth. "You're not really going to have sex, right? But look, Vula, everyone knows if you wrong someone on a date, you have to fuck them on the next date. Like, that's just the rules." Vula is just lucky they weren't dating because Stephanie would definitely owe her mad sex for all the shit that she's put her through. Am I right?
Yeah.
But Stephanie just wants Wheels to like her. Vula tries to reason with her that if a guy only likes you because of sex, then he doesn't really like you all that much. And she doesn't have to do it just because he wants it. But Stephanie is also a horned up teenager, so maybe she wants it too, okay? But Vula really doesn't buy that.
Yeah. So I remember that pamphlet that, did I show you or did you show us, of like how to tell a guy no without him wanting to break up with you or something like that, like a pamphlet. It's old ass pamphlet.
I don't think it was me that showed it to you. I think you might have showed it to us.
I might have showed it to you. Yeah, it was like how to let him down gently so he doesn't break up with you. Like, I
feel that pamphlet sounds familiar to me, so I wonder if maybe you showed it to me at some point.
I must. I think I sent it to the group chat. I don't know. But yeah, she needs that pamphlet apparently.
100%. All right, we're back at the pharmacy, and Joey leads Wheels down to Safe City and starts showing Wheels all the different types of condoms. French Stallion, Rib Delight, like something McRib, what? Industrial Strength.
Why do you need industrial?
What does that even mean?
It's for porn. It's
okay. I was imagining it's like Force Flex garbage bags where like your dick can be really weird shaped and like it's not gonna break the condom.
Oh, see, I was thinking for like the guys that like it comes out really strong, like the industrial strength was to make sure it didn't break through.
And I'm imagining it like stretches forward and then like
oh no,
it comes back. Oh my god! Don't forget the variety pack, because that's how we said it.
In case you can't decide what ones you're gonna want.
Wheels has no idea though, so Joey calls in reinforcements. Yo, can we get some service in this safe section,
oh my god,
bitch?
Oh my god! Never would I ever ask a pharmacist.
Joey is the fucking worst friend.
You can't take him anywhere.
He's being so passive aggressive right now. Like he's like, "Oh, you're gonna date Stephanie K? Fine, I will just mortify you."
I mean, yeah, that's exactly it. He's like, if you're gonna fuck her, I'm gonna fuck you. Okay?
Yeah. Oh, he's the worst.
Of course, Stephanie's mom is the one working as Joey smashes a small pack of condoms into Wheels' chest. I'll buy these, I guess, says Wheels.
I wonder which ones he gave him.
I just assumed it was like a 3-pack. Like, it was just like a little one. Like,
but which one?
Regulars.
Was it the French Stallion or
I mean,
was it the Rib Delight? Which one was it?
It was the McRib Delight.
Limited time only.
That's right. Only comes out once a year. Oh my god. Yes. Meanwhile, this nosy ass woman has been straight up staring at these boys from the start. Like literally inches away from them, very invested in their sex life.
Yeah.
But also I just wanted to say that I want to play that woman in the DJH remake.
Yeah.
She was fantastic. Like she was acting her ass off, like sticking her nose in their business.
This was her moment.
It was so great. Like it was just so absurd. It was like, what? Why is somebody doing that?
She was the one in the Leisure Suit Larry store, like poking her head out, like peppermint flavored plaid lubbers.
Lubbers?
Lubbers? I've never heard lubbers anywhere else.
Yes. Anyways, very well. Here are your condoms, but also, if you're going to buy these, you should take these pamphlets on family planning and STDs.
The woman was like behind the counter, kind of, and they both look at each other like kids these days.
I know, they're growing up too fast.
But so I noticed behind the mom, there was some Sweet and Low back there behind her.
What?
Yeah, there was some Sweet and Low, and I'm like, is that a controlled substance in Canada? What do we?
It should be.
Are they like, these are for diabetics only? They can't have sugar, so we keep it behind the desk.
Limited supply.
All right, we're back at Mrs. K's house. Arthur arrives home and for some stupid fucking reason takes the porn out of his backpack.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. Then he takes his shoes off, but at first I definitely thought that he was trying to hide the VHS up his pant leg. Like the way that he's taking the shoes off, I was like, what the fuck is he gonna... That's not gonna fit. And then I was like, oh, he's just taking his shoes off. Okay, never mind.
Leave it in your backpack and bring your backpack in your room.
Honestly,
like, what are we doing here?
Like,
what are we doing?
This is how you know he's not old enough to watch porn, because he can't even fucking hide it properly. He enters the living room, full on staring at the porno tape as Stephanie says hi. He quickly and totally inconspicuously hides the tape behind his back. Hi, Steph. When are you leaving? Just curious. Also, people were talking about you at school. Steph lets him know that it is her hot body and she'll do what she wants.
None ya.
But Arthur doesn't like it when people say bad things about her. Oh, he's a good brother.
Part-time.
Yeah. Mrs. K arrives home, which has Arthur just chilling with the porn behind his back. Totally normal looking.
Weirdo.
Mrs. K feels bad. She hasn't seen him all week, but she's got a date that night. Arthur asks what time, which reveals that her date is actually at 7:30 and not 7 p.m. as everyone had originally planned. This prompts Arthur, and he's like, oh, I got a phone call to make. This prompts Arthur to call Yick to let him know that they'll be on their way to Sex Swamp Robotsville at 7:45.
He said it so loud.
Yep.
You know,
yep, he did.
One of the things that I noticed in this scene is that earlier in the episode, the mom was basically like, yeah, I'm going on this date with this guy. He's kind of all right, I guess. It's fine. And then in this scene, she's like, Arthur, I'm so sorry. I haven't seen you in so long, but I have this date. But clearly the date is not very important. So she's just like, she's also over Arthur. She's just like, whatever. Yeah, you're here, but I got this other mediocre thing that I got to do that's more important than hanging out with my kid.
I mean, in her defense, Arthur is also a pretty mediocre child. So, she's not missing much at home either. Arthur wanted to say, be here, be flaccid.
Oh,
it's too soon? I don't know.
Oh,
Anyways.
I can't imagine saying that to a friend.
Yeah, me neither.
But you should say it to a Tinder date.
I'm going to start saying it to you. When we're hanging out. I'm going to be like, Jesse, you got to meet me here or be flaccid.
I'll be like, I'll just stay at home then because I don't know what's going to happen. Are we going to watch porn? What?
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4 hard nipples. Okay, so this also lets us know now that Mrs. K's date is going to be showing up at the exact same time as Wheels. Dun, dun, dun.
What a dilemma.
Wheels is getting ready for his date and decides to take a look at these sex pamphlets. I also thought it was interesting that he lives by a highway. I guess he was just standing, he was sitting in his window and it was just highway in the background.
I didn't know that aspect.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Some people live by the highway. I just was like, okay, interesting. Dinner at Mrs. K's. What do y'all have planned for tonight?
A big pile of brown stuff on your plate.
They're going to be cleaning that off the plate all night because it's probably paste.
It was just brown. There was no vegetables. I assume it's just a hunk of hamburger.
Maybe Mr. Kobolowski was the cook, and so when they go over to Mom's house, they know that they're just going to be giving shit.
I guess. Poor Steph. She lives there.
Oh, yeah, I guess she does, huh? That's right.
Yeah.
Anywho. Steph's got a movie with friends. Arthur's just going to watch some TV. Nothing to worry about, Mrs. K. Everyone is innocent here. Mrs. K, who clearly is shook by Wheels buying condoms at the pharmacy, decides that it might be time for them all to have the talk. But it's pretty close to 7:30, so she should really be getting ready for her date. But she's got time, and she wants to let her know that a boy about Steph's age bought condoms.
Woo!
Yeah. I was like, I don't know if HIPAA covers pharmacies, but it just seems like a private thing that you shouldn't be talking about. I don't know. It's not like she said his name. Well, she didn't know his name, but anywho.
I don't think HIPAA existed in the 80s.
Oh, maybe
just tell anybody anything you wanted back then.
I don't know. Listen, this episode takes place on the day I was born, so I have no fucking clue. Anywho's, she wants them to have the same pamphlets that she gave that young boy.
Literature.
Stephanie thinks that she should just give it to Arthur. Okay, because obviously he's going to be banging way before Stephanie. Okay. But Arthur assures her he is not sexually active. I mean, you didn't even need to say that, Arthur. We all knew.
Right.
You could be in college nay, you could be married and we'd still all be like, yeah, he's not sexually active. Like, it's just not happening.
Once again, me and Arthur are the same people, and that I too would have been the kid that was like, I'm not sexually active. Like, I would have been using like stupid, awkward words like that were like not words that normal children were using.
Right. We would have been like, the fact that you said that, we know you're not sexually active.
So, did your parents ever have the talk with you? Because I don't think mine did.
I never had the talk with my parents.
No, the closest thing was like when I was, I think, a sophomore, and this was before I was even having sex, I wanted to go on the pill because I was like, I would be like crazy, like because of hormones during my period. Like I would literally cry at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
And Anna, my BFF, had gone on birth control because she was like a raging bitch around her period, and it like evened her out, like hormone wise.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, maybe this will help me not like, you know, cry every time you look at me funny when I'm on my period.
Yeah.
And my mom was very much like, well, no, because there are other things besides pregnancy that can happen when you have sex. And it was like, that was the end of the conversation.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, so there are other things that can happen besides getting pregnant, but like, fucking, I don't know.
Well, let's just not protect you at all then.
That's what I'm saying. Hang me out to dry so I get pregnant and an STI, mom. Like, what was like, anyways.
Oh, Lord.
I feel like I had a similar situation with my mom. So, like, I never had the talk with my parents. Like, we had 3 years of sex ed, like modules of sex ed or whatever in my elementary school. But when I was in high school, I wanted to get on the pill because I had awful periods. And I would like miss sometimes 2 days a month for my period. Like, it was awful. And my mom was like, yeah, sure. Like, we'll bring you to the gynecologist. And then I don't know if she like talked to somebody or like what happened, but suddenly she was like, do you know what they're going to put in your vagina at the gynecologist? And I was like, ah! And so I like got totally freaked out. And I was like, no, cancel the appointment. So I didn't get on birth control until I was in college because I was like, she like scared me. And so it's like, what was going to happen at the gynecologist? And like, I truly just I was like such a naive kid. Like I was not having sex when I was like a freshman or a sophomore. Like I was not, that was like not even on my radar as like a thing that I would be doing. But I was like, I really just want to like be on the pill so that I don't feel like shit.
Right.
Yeah. You know? When I asked to be on the pill, I was not having sex. I was definitely not sexually active. It wasn't until next year that I got laid.
See, yeah, I don't think I knew enough to know that had I gone on birth control, it would have helped my horrific periods. Because turns out I have endometriosis. So I had the shittiest period. Like, it was just pain. I would also miss tons of school, or I'd be sitting in class, like, dissociating from pain. But I didn't even know any of that. I was just like, well, they're supposed to be painful.
Right.
Yeah. Well, like, I didn't know I could make it better. So I never asked.
Exactly. They always they totally downplay women's pain by being like, oh, this is just how it's supposed to be.
Right.
Like, I don't, I guess this is just normal, right?
Yeah. And that's what I was just like, I didn't have a frame of, I mean, that's part of the thing too. You don't have a frame of reference of anybody else's pain. So it's like, I guess this is the pain they're talking about and this is the worst. And how does anybody function?
Yeah.
But
I would have horrible like cold chills and nausea too with my period. And I do remember like I had another friend in high school who also had really horrific cramps. And like, so I knew that was like something that happened to other people.
Yeah.
But she came from like a very, very like deeply religious family. So like also there's no way that like her mom was going to like, let's get you on birth control, because I'm pretty sure that like, you didn't go like in her like world, like you didn't go on birth control for anything.
Right.
Like no matter how old you were.
Right. Yeah. I don't feel like I had that conversation. I feel like my mom just assumed that I was going to be a virgin for the rest of my life, knowing that I would never get married. And
well, part of that was true.
Well, no, I'm saying like she just assumed I would stay a virgin. I don't know. I don't know what she was thinking.
She just assumed you were Arthur and you were a loser.
Yeah, but I mean, I was for quite a while. But yeah, pretty sure we never had any conversation. I think she probably, like a lot of parents at that time, assumed that sex ed would just cover it.
Y'all got this, right? Great.
I'm sure it's fine.
Oh my God. I know. Yeah, that's the crazy thing about it is like, it's like, Mom, you didn't want me on birth control because other things, but like, I don't know. I guess if I was a parent, it'd be like, if my child wanted to go on birth control, like, you know, as a teenager, I'd be like, all right, cool. But like, I need you to know that you still need to use condoms. Like if, you know, even, you know, if you're going to do it, like, here are the things you need to be, you know, aware of.
Right.
But, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny that they just like trusted the school to like, I don't think they were ever given like a curriculum or any information about what we were learning. They were just like, yeah, that's probably fine.
I feel like sex ed in high school, besides like, you know, the normal, like teach you about STDs and all that, I feel like they need to have like one day where they bring in college students and the teachers leave and they're like, all right, kids, you can write down your questions on a piece of paper and like have college kids answer the questions.
Yeah.
Because like then you'd be getting it from somebody who you're like, oh, okay, like they're not that much older than me, like we're cool, you know what I mean? Like, people like 22, 23, 24, like, you know, being just honest about shit that could like give kids legitimate, like, hey guys, no, like seriously, if you don't want to have sex, it's okay to say no, like, just stuff like that where, you know, because I feel like when a teacher's telling you, you're kind of like, yeah, okay, teach, whatever.
Well, and like give kids an opportunity to ask questions that like potentially like a generational gap, like that the person won't even know an answer to. Like if you like have questions about anal sex and your teacher is like 67 years old and like a straight woman, like she is maybe not going to know the answer to those questions, you know? So like having people that like might be able to answer all of those questions. Right.
Well, you know, you want to be like, what if I want to yeet my partner? And the teacher's like, I don't know what that means. So I don't know what that means.
I can't answer this question for you because I don't know what that means.
Jesse, you don't know what yeet means?
No.
It's literally just throwing something. Like, you would throw it and be like, yeet.
Right, but I thought you were like, saying it was a sex thing. No. I'm like, I've never heard of that as a sex thing. What does that mean?
It's not. I was just using like like a young person term, but honestly, that's probably like old now. Like,
no, I knew what it meant in general, so I was like, wait, is there another meaning? Wait, I'm very
you and Johnny haven't yeeted yet. Like, are you even dating?
I guess not.
I yeet on the first date.
But also, what I was gonna say about sex ed too is like, you know how they like always they talk in extremes, like. They're like, here, we're going to show you a picture of an STD in its worst possible state.
Oh,
so you're not even going to see like the lead up to like, okay, maybe this is what it looks like at the beginning. Maybe that's a better thing to show you than the horrific case of when it's too late. You know?
Right. No, that's so true. Like it should really be like hey, if you're like itching a lot down there, like these are some like the beginning signs that you should go get tested and stuff. Like, you know, it might smell different or like, you know, this is like little signs.
They're just like, this is your vagina disintegrating.
Or like, here's a picture of a person with advanced syphilis. Oh my God. This all got holes in it.
I remember that's it. Doing a project on, I think it was syphilis or gonorrhea or something in the health class in 10th grade. And I had to make like a little pamphlet. And I was like, we had to fucking print out pictures and shit. And I was so grossed out by like the pussy penis.
You're at the library just printing these out? Like, sorry.
No, I was at home, bitch. Nobody was paying attention to me at home. And I like glued it into the pamphlet and I was like so grossed out by it that like when I went back and looked at it, I was like, I glued that upside down. That penis was oozing up. Like,
oh no.
Yeah. I was like, oh well.
Too bad. I never had to do that.
No.
Oh God, that's horrible.
Yeah, it's gross. Anyways, childhood. It's so cute. Wheels is on his way out the door for his date, and his dad reminds him that he is too young for sex. Okay, Dad, bye. He picks up some flowers on his way, and he's looking quite pleased with himself.
What a gentleman.
I know.
Brings condoms and flowers.
That is really nice.
He's ready.
I will say, many years ago, I went on a date with one person, and I will call them a person because it's interesting. They're also in like the entertainment industry in Chicago, and I believe they go by they, them now, and but I think are also trans. So, but when I went out with this person, they brought flowers on the date, and which seems like a really sweet idea, but the weird thing about it was that, like, we went out for a drink, and then we were gonna go see an improv show since we both liked comedy, so I was, like, holding these flowers, and I was like, it must look like I'm gonna be giving these flowers to, like, somebody in the show afterwards, but no, these are my flowers, and so I'm gonna hold on to these flowers. So
that's awkward for sure.
Anyways, yeah, it was.
Flowers are like a very nice thing to give somebody on a date, but like only if you're going to pick them up at their house.
Right.
Otherwise, you have to carry it around all night, and that's annoying.
Oh,
Yes.
oh my God, there was some kind of show where someone gave a girl flowers, and it was The Office at the dinner party. Do you all watch The Office?
No.
I've watched it through once, so
because there's the episode, the dinner party at Michael and Jan's
TV
house.
gets broken.
Yeah. And Andy shows up with flowers, and he's like, and a flower for my flower, and like pulls one, because he brought flowers for Jan, and he pulls a flower out and gives to Angela. She's like, what am I supposed to do with this?
So true.
I loved it.
I mean, right, because I do love getting flowers now, and I love like having fresh flowers in my home. But yeah, exactly. When you're like out on the town, it's like, okay, I gotta carry these with me. Okay,
yeah, it sucks.
Yes, I agree with you, Alyssa. If you're picking me up at my house, give me some flowers. Or is this one I like? Be like, or if you live with me, give me some flowers. He's probably not listening. He's pretty zoned out. Anyways.
He's playing that pickup artist game.
Yeah. He was playing something.
And they're saying, whatever you do, don't give her flowers.
Listen,
yeah, right.
You heard us talking about Leisure Suit Larry, and we just lost him forever.
I just keep thinking about Leisure Suit Larry.
It's good. It's real good.
Whew. All right. Everyone is getting ready for their night. Stephanie slutting it up while glancing at the while glancing at the teen sex Just Say No pamphlet.
Yeah.
Arthur reading the back of Sex Swamp Robots for the umpteenth time.
Just chilling in the living room reading it, like
just hanging out with his
bed. Does he not have a
pornography?
Does he sleep on the couch? Why doesn't he go to a private place?
He's like, I don't live here, so
maybe he does sleep on the couch because he doesn't live there.
It's got to be it, because otherwise, like, what are you doing, dude? Come on.
Still would have left it in my backpack, but
I think that's implying that like the house that Miss K lives in is not their original home. Like, I guess
probably,
because usually doesn't the mom usually gets the house.
Yeah.
I'm sure back then probably, but anywho, Mrs. K is about ready to leave. Everyone is extremely aware of the time, as everything is clearly about to implode. Arthur notes that his mom's date is already late, but Mrs. K isn't too worried about it.
She's like, I don't give a fuck. I got low standards. I just want to go
right?
out.
He's like, he's an uggo, but like, whatever. Just then, Wheels is approaching the house as Michael pulls into the driveway. They've both got the exact same flowers.
Yeah.
And say nothing to each other, as Wheels is practically opening the car door for Michael. Like, literally, they could not be closer. Why don't they just say, like, oh, hey, are you... Like, yeah, it was super awkward.
He had no sense of self-preservation. Like,
yeah.
I feel like if I was walking to pick up my date, like, some guy pulls in, I'd be like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait this out. Then I'm going to go to the door.
Right.
Oh, yeah. No, like, I was at the grocery store today, and this woman that was, like, behind me complimented, like, I think she was complimenting the fact that my backpack had flowers on it and that my yoga pants had flowers on them. So she was like, oh my god, you match. And I was kind of like, oh, okay. She's like, I love it. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I didn't do it on purpose. It's okay. But, like, To the point where then we were in this awkward limbo of like she was walking and I was like, I have to walk slower than her so we don't like continue to interact.
I hate that.
Yeah, and then she kind of paused at something and I was like, well, I gotta fucking go down this aisle now because I can't just keep following her around here after she complimented me. So yeah, exactly. If I was Wheels, I would have been like, let me just do a quick
I'll wait.
Walk around the block or something.
Mm-hmm.
But so Mom was wrong. He was not cute in his own way. He just wasn't cute.
He just looked like a little dorky or whatever.
He looked like a dorky 80s man.
Yeah, like I didn't, exactly. It's the 80s, exactly. Like I can't say that he was unattractive because it was the 80s and
I was not
they
impressed.
all look unattractive to me. So they both stand at the door as Arthur answers, which confuses the fuck out of Wheels because no one knows that he's Stephanie's brother. Arthur, desperate for everyone to get the fuck out of the house so he can jerk it, lets Wheels know that he's too early. At first I was like, is he telling Wheels he's too early because he thinks Wheels is there to watch Sex Swamp Robots? But like, no, he does know that it's Wheels that has the date.
He just realizes this is a bad scene.
Right. He's like, we are about to get fucked up. Like, you're about to ruin this for me, you motherfucker. Anyways, it's really too late for all that. Mrs. K sees him, and she knows that he is the kid who bought condoms at the pharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
But what is he doing here with flowers?
Takes her a minute.
You know what would have been like good? It would have been that if Arthur could have covered and been like, oh, he's my friend, Mom. He brought me flowers because I asked him to. Like, Arthur could have saved this.
I mean, he tries. He says he's interested in horticulture.
True. You're right. I'm sorry.
He makes an attempt, but he just doesn't know. He's like,
I got nothing. I'm not good at lying.
I didn't expect this.
Speaking of horticulture, have y'all heard the old saying where you can bring a horticulture, but you can't make her think?
Oh my, no, I've not heard
You never heard that?
No.
It's oh my god, it's an author. What was her name? Anyway, it's not important.
That's just rude.
She was an author from like the 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
She's the one who coined men don't make passes at women who wear glasses.
Oh, she was real good then, I guess.
Yeah, she wrote a lot of really funny like short stories and stuff. But so yeah, that was one of her quotes was you can bring a horticulture, but you can't make her think.
Oh Lord.
Ooh. And that was like back in the day, so you were like, dang, you were racy even back then. Bitch.
I mean, that's kind of rude. Listen, you can be a whore and think at the same time. Come on.
Jesse, whores don't think, okay?
Listen.
They're just sex swamp robots.
True.
But Mrs. K is finally understanding. Stephanie, get your ass down here now! Stephanie desperately tries to wipe off her makeup as she comes down the stairs with her robe wide open like a dum-dum.
Raccoon eyes.
Oh my god, right? Time for everyone to have a little chat as Arthur audibly says goodbye to his sex swamp robots.
He wants to get caught. He
Honestly.
won't shut the fuck up. Like, has he ever learned that you can think in your brain and not say what you're thinking out loud? Like, I don't know.
He hasn't gotten that far yet. Think in your brain. Okay.
Internal monologue.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't know about that. Mrs. K doesn't know what's going on here, but since Wheels bought condoms and Stephanie looks like a tramp, she's got questions. Obviously, the date isn't happening because she's got a parent. I was going to say, she's a much better parent than Miles' mom. Like, Miles' mom would have gone on the date and, like, saved this chat for later, you know?
Right.
But, like, she's like, I can't, like, clearly my daughter is a slut.
But he's like, I'll call you later. He's not gonna call her.
No.
There's no way.
What are you talking about? He's a loser. He'll definitely call her. He's got nothing else going on.
Is she sad about it, though? I don't even know if she's sad that he's not calling.
No.
You know what? Low key in her mind, she's like, oh, I'm so glad my kid's fucked up. Like, this is great. I don't have to go on this date. Mrs. K thinks that Stephanie and Wheels are the only issue here, but just then, there's a knock at the door, and the boys immediately say, I want to see the porno! So obviously, Arthur is toast too.
Oh my god. Like,
yeah, why would you?
I guess. You don't like open the door to, I want to see porno! You like show up, hey, oh hi, Mrs. K, I'm here to hang out with Arthur. And then you go upstairs and you say, I want to see the
Right.
porno.
Like, if they hadn't led with that, it could have been like, oh, Mom, my friends are here. I'm going to actually, like, go out with them. And then you explain what happened. But, like, no, unfortunately, one of the homeboys was, I want to see the porno.
Everyone, all the preteens, teens in this show just have no tact. They do not know how to handle themselves whatsoever.
Wiling out. So it must be Monday at this point, because it was Friday. So Stephanie and Vula walk to school as Stephanie lets her know how pissed her mom was. Lectured for hours and grounded for 2 weeks for lying to her.
Damn.
She can't even go to Vula's house.
Like she was going to Vula's.
That's what I'm saying. Vula was not inviting her over anymore.
Vula suddenly cared.
But she might have gone to Vula's house if she was grounded from everywhere else. Because Stephanie sucks as a friend.
That's so true. Yeah, but this is, like you said, Jesse, this is the weird part. Vula is all of a sudden very sympathetic. Like, she's really like, oh, like, that's awful. How terrible. Like, Vula, why the fuck do you care all of a sudden?
She's very invested in her virginity.
I guess that's probably what it is, that she was just like, cool, she kept it locked up. All right, we can be friends again. While Stephanie feels that her mother overreacted, she is also slightly relieved that she didn't have to do anything with Wheels. Joey catches up with Wheels, who really needs to get a regular fucking backpack because it's really bothering me, this weird little fucking tote bag.
Oh, God.
He wants to know how the date went, but Wheels admits that nothing happened because Stephanie and his dates don't ever work out too good. Joey feels like he blew it, but it's really not Joey's business. Anywho, they're just going to be friends. Joey gets the confirmation that means she's available, and Wheels is like, yeah, I guess, IDK.
Oh, so desperate.
I know. Vula asks Stephanie if she was really going to do anything. Stephanie starts to smile and freeze frame. We'll never
I
know.
feel like she has this kind of like, ain't I a stinker look?
I don't know.
Like, wait, leave us on this cliffhanger. Would she have?
Two.
We'll never know.
2 in the pinker, 1 in the stinker. Am I right,
Oh,
Jesse?
Lord.
Whoa.
Oh, no. Ew. I always hated that. Oh, my God. But, like, I remember, like, high school boys saying that and me being like, ugh.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was...
There
was definitely, like, a front page of our school... No, I think it was the front page of the, like, the town newspaper.
What?
Of, like, our, like... kids at a basketball game, like, because they had written, like, tomahawks on their chests for, like, support of the team, but there was a bunch of kids doing the shocker in the photo, and, like, they just published it without realizing what it was.
Oh, God.
You know what? I wish Y would have given the shocker instead of the white supremacist.
Yeah, it would have been definitely more respectful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we get this big cliffhanger. We don't know if Steph would have gone all the way, made it.
Will anybody ever go all the way with Stephanie K?
I don't know.
The world may never know.
All right, how many chef's kisses did you give it?
Girl, I gave this 5 chef's kisses.
Me too.
This was quite a romp. I really enjoyed it.
It was so embarrassing for everyone involved.
It sure was. Oh, what a good time.
How'd you feel about it, Alyssa?
I mean, I was thinking probably like 4.5 chef's kisses.
Yeah.
It was good.
Oh,
It was a good episode.
I want to know what a 5 chef kiss episode looks like.
I
to
don't
Alyssa.
I don't know what it looks like to me, but this was up there. I'm a hard grader, so
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Four,
You're like a
4.5
Mr. Radish.
is yes. I'm just like Mr. Radish in that way. But this was a good episode.
I mean, I think you're judging this episode because it's a jock and you think that it can't do any better. Remember when Yick was saying that Mr. Radish was judging him for being a jock and disorganized?
It's too disorganized.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, what are we talking about next week?
Oh, next week we are going to talk about Season 1, Episode 8, Nothing to Fear.
Ooh.
So I will say I fucking I started watching this episode on YouTube. It went to a commercial and then it just skipped ahead to the next episode. Right after the first segment. And I just kept watching. Didn't really put 2 and 2 together that like, wait, these are different main characters than what we were introduced to. And I started taking I was taking phone notes because I wanted to document the things in the background. Because normally when I take regular notes, I don't notice that stuff. And I got really far into it, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm watching the wrong episode. And then I'm a little ahead for next week.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I know what it's going to be about. So
Okay.
what's it called again?
Nothing to fear.
Nothing to fear. I guess it makes sense.
I'm excited to find out what we don't have to fear.
It's not that exciting.
It's not headed
Jesse?
for 5 out of 5 chef's kisses.
No.
Spoiler alerts.
Can't be every episode, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Alyssa.
Thanks for having me.
Do you have any social media, anything you want to plug?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Not this time.
I think we get a lot of people in here who are like, don't find me. Please.
Do
I
not
mean,
come for me.
if you want to follow my old house Instagram and look at terrible pictures of my creepy basement, you can follow me on Instagram at Cherry Street House. It's street just ST, so Cherry ST House.
Oh.
And you can be like, look at all that dirt she's got in her basement.
I don't even follow that Instagram.
Pretty
I don't
exciting. Yeah, it's all my old house. Old house Instagram is like a thing.
You were
So
never
it's a
like,
thing.
hey, follow me here. You just made it. And
I
didn't
just
tell
made
us.
it. I just made it. Hoped the algorithms would tell you to follow it. Clearly
Nope,
not.
didn't happen.
Dang, I didn't realize you were on this old house, Alyssa. Famous.
All right, what about you, Carly?
You can find me at Carly Jo Gear on Twitter and Instagram, or you can find the real Nick Furry because I post more on there. It's underscores the underscore real underscore Nick underscore Furry. That's my catstagram.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Jesse, or you can follow me on Instagram at Monday Night Raw. And you can follow us all over the place at A Social Disease.
Please review us and write, give us 5 stars.
Tell us nice things.
5 stars, 5 chef's kisses.
Y'all, we're desperate. Please.
I know Alyssa has rated it.
I gave this podcast 5 stars, even though I'm a hard grader.
Oh, wow. Now we know we've made it. All right.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
And once again, we're your hosts, Jesse Mack.
And Carly Jo Gear.
And this has been A Social Disease Podcast.
Thanks for listening.